Hi guys, Jennifer here with the Family Fudge and welcome back to Subscriber Lunch Sunday. I've had so many of you send in your awesome lunch ideas and it's my goal to make as many of them as I can. If you'd like to submit your lunch idea, I'll go ahead and put a link down below so you can do that. If this is your first time here, I would love it if you would hit that red subscribe button and go ahead and click the notification bell. That way you don't miss out on any of our videos. Now let's get started. Our first lunch idea was sent in by Madeline. She is 12 years old and is from the United States. For her lunch today, I'm gonna start with the main course first. For this, I'm taking some pre-cooked chicken. Next, I'm gonna add some salsa. This is mild, nice and mild for the kids, not too spicy. Next, I'm gonna add about a tablespoon of taco seasoning. Again, this is not spicy. This is just gonna add a ton of flavor to our chicken. And then finally, I'm adding a little bit of sour cream just so it's nice and creamy. I'm gonna go ahead and mix this up, and then this is fully cooked. I'm just gonna heat it up. Now that I have this piping hot, I'll go ahead and add it to my thermos so it can stay nice and warm until the kids are ready to give it a try. Now the reason I mixed up this chicken is because Madeline loves tacos. But instead of making crunchy tacos, I'm actually making street tacos. I love to use these smaller tortillas. They're so easy to fit into lunches. I will often send these with my kids to school, and then they can actually put the taco together when they're ready to eat it. And then of course we have to have some toppings for our tacos. I'm gonna add a little bit of mild salsa. I'm adding some sour cream, and of course some shredded cheese and lettuce. Doesn't that look delicious? But I'm not finished yet. I still have a few things to add into Madeline's lunch. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and prepare her special treat. Now, believe it or not, Madeline is not a big fan of chocolate. I know some people just don't like chocolate. So instead of making her brownies, I'm gonna make blondies instead. And to make it really easy, I'm using this boxed cake mix. But when I'm done with this, it's not gonna be cake-like at all. It's definitely gonna be more like a fudgy brownie. I'm using butter, eggs, and then I'm also adding white chocolate chips and rainbow sprinkles. Madeline says that her mom makes them just like this too. Now, to be honest, I've never actually made blondies, like ever. So I'm using this Betty Crocker recipe, but instead of using butterscotch chips, I'm just using the white chocolate chips. So I'm gonna go ahead and mix up my batter, but I'm not adding the sprinkles or the chocolate chips yet. I'm gonna get this into my pan, smooth it out, and then here comes the fun part. I'm gonna sprinkle a good amount of white chocolate chips and a good amount of sprinkles as well. Doesn't this look so fun? I'm gonna go ahead and pop this into the oven and then I'll get the rest of the lunch ready. For her special snack today, Madeline chose goldfish crackers, but I'm actually gonna add a combination of regular goldfish crackers and pretzels. Next up, I'll prepare the fruit. Now I know Madeline loves all kinds of fruits, but for today I'm sticking with berries. And to make it extra fun, I'm gonna put them on skewers. I'm using strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, and blackberries. Now on to our veggies. I'm actually gonna do a combination of carrots and cucumbers, but Madeline specifically said that she is not a fan of ranch. I'm gonna go ahead and put a poll right up in the corner. You guys let me know if you love ranch or if you don't. So now I have the blondies out of the oven and they're nice and cooled down. So I'll go ahead and cut out some pieces and then it'll be time for the kids to try this lunch. What do you think of Madeline's lunch? Thumbs up?
Yeah.
What's your favorite part?
The taco. The blondie, the taco, and the fruit. My favorite was the blondie, the taco, the fruit, and the vegetables. I really like the carrots.
Okay guys, up next I have a lunch idea sent in by Lexie. She is 15 years old and is from Utah. Now for her main course, I'm gonna start by preparing something I've never made before. In fact, the kids have never even tried this. This is rice-a-roni in the chicken flavor. Let me know in the comments down below if you've ever had rice-a-roni. It's basically rice and pasta with different seasonings. Now what I didn't know about rice-a-roni is that you actually start with a little bit of butter in a pan, then you add the uncooked rice and pasta, and you actually cook this for a little bit until it's kind of toasted. Now that I have this nice and toasted, I'll go ahead and add some water and the seasoning packet. I'll cover it, and in about 20 minutes, it'll be ready to go. And here we have the final product. This is super steamy and it's smelling really good. I'll go ahead and add it to the thermos so it can stay nice and hot until the kids are ready to give it a try. Now moving on to the fruit and veggies. For Lexie, I'll go ahead and prepare a kiwi. I like to take the skins off and then very carefully make a zigzag cut all the way around. I think this looks super cool. And then next I'll go ahead and prepare some cucumber, but I wanted to show you this really easy technique. I'm gonna start by removing some of the peel, but not all of it. You can kind of see the pattern I'm making here, so I'm skipping a space in between. Now I can go ahead and slice these up. And to make these look extra cool, I'm gonna add in a skewer, and then I'm gonna twist every other slice, which kind of leaves me with a checkerboard pattern. Super easy and really fun. Now, just like Madeline, Lexie is also a fan of goldfish crackers, and she specifically likes the extra cheddar ones. I'll go ahead and add those and then move on to the treat. For her treat today, Lexie chose a strawberry shortcake. And there are so many different ways to make this. I've used angel food cake, pound cake. I've even seen it made with a biscuit. Today I'm just using some good old pound cake. I'll slice up a few pieces. So there we have our pound cake. Of course, I'm adding some Cool Whip to go with it, and then lots of sliced strawberries. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep these items separate, and then the kids can build their own strawberry shortcake when they're ready to give it a try. And then last but not least, for Lexie's special drink today, she chose a cream soda. I don't know, but for some reason, cream soda always makes me think of butterbeer from Harry Potter. Let's go ahead and build that strawberry shortcake and then let the kids dig in. Okay guys, what do you think of Lexie's lunch? Did you give it a thumbs up?
Thumbs up.
What's your favorite part?
The cake. I like the cake and the rice.
What about you, Lily?
My favorite is the goldfish, the strawberries, the cake, the kiwi, and these.
So everything's your favorite?
Uh-huh.
Then you must give this lunch 2 thumbs up, huh?
Yeah. See you in the next lunch.
Hey guys, so this next lunch idea was sent in by Annabelle. She is 11 years old and is from Philadelphia. For her lunch today, I'm gonna start by making some pizza poppers, otherwise known as pizza rolls. These are super easy. All I have to do is stick them in the oven for a few minutes and they're ready to go. Now moving on to the cucumbers. I wanna make these extra cute. I'm gonna go ahead and slice them a long ways, and then I'm gonna use my heart-shaped cutter to punch out some hearts. This is really easy to do, and don't worry, we usually like to snack on the leftovers. Those do not get wasted. These came out so adorable. I absolutely love them. I'll go ahead and add them to the lunchbox and then move on to the fruit. For this, Annabelle chose a combination of melons. So I have watermelon, honeydew, and cantaloupe. Let me know which one you like best. I did go ahead and cut these with my crinkle cutter. It's really fast and easy, but they still look special at the same time. Now, just for fun, I do want to decorate this up just a little bit. I have these really cute emoji pics to add. For the snack today, Annabelle chose cheese crackers. These are Cheez-Its. And then for the treat, something I totally love, Tim Tam cookies. But instead of getting the regular chocolate ones this time, I got the caramel filled ones. These ones are so good. You can see the caramel inside. I'll go ahead and add a few right in here. And then last but not least, for the drink today, she chose lemonade because she knows that Mackenzie is a big fan of lemonade. Okay guys, so far, what are you thinking about Annabelle's lunch?
I love it. Me too. Me too.
What's your favorite part, guys?
My favorite is the Tim Tams. My favorite is the Tim Tams and the pizza poppers. My favorite was the pizza poppers, the Tim Tams, and the fruit. See you in the next lunch.
Up next, I have a lunch idea sent in by Amy. She's 10 years old and it's from Scotland. You guys, I'm a huge fan of all Scottish things. But for her lunch today, I'm starting with something that is not Scottish at all. For her main course, she chose chicken flavored ramen. And I actually chose to get the Japanese style instead, because that's my personal favorite. This package says it's Ichiban, which in Japanese means #1, like the best. But pretty much I'm just gonna prepare this just like any other instant ramen. You know, boil the water, add the noodles, then add the seasoning, and that's it. My grandmother used to make ramen noodles for me all the time when I was a kid, so it's definitely a comfort food for me too. So now that I've added the ramen to our thermos, I can move on to the fruit. For her lunch today, Amy chose a good old banana. And I'm gonna go ahead and scratch her name on the outside of the banana. I do this for my kids all the time and they love it. Now I'm not poking all the way through the skin of banana, just the outside. Over time, these scratches will brown a little bit and her name will show up even more, but it's not gonna harm the banana inside. It's like a cool secret message. Next, I'm adding a combination of both carrots and cucumbers. I'm a huge fan of this combination. I'm pretty sure my kids will love it too. Now for her special snack today, Amy chose something called a Dairy Lee Dunker, which I can't actually find in the US, but I looked it up and these handy snacks are pretty similar. It's basically a breadstick with cheese that you can dip in. These are so classic. I used to have these when I was a kid. Not all the time, but sometimes. I pretty much only had these when I went on field trips and things like that. Now for her special treat today, I really wanted to add these shortbread cookies. These are actually from Scotland and they are so classic. Now I spent a lot of time at Scottish festivals when I was a little kid and these were definitely a favorite of mine. I'll go ahead and add some right in the lunchbox. Now some other things that Amy really likes to have in her lunches are Cool Ranch Doritos, and then she also loves grape juice. So I have a few of these pouches to add into the lunch. And there you have it. Okay guys, what is your favorite part of Amy's lunch?
My favorite is the Walkers, whatever they're called.
The shortbread cookies?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, those are so good. What about you, Jack?
I like the shortbread cookies and the ramen.
And Lily, what do you like?
My favorite was the juice, the cookie, and the ramen, and also the banana and also the carrots.
So you liked everything? I'm beginning to see a trend here. What was your favorite, Griffin? The cookies good? Say cookies!
Cookies! See you on the next lunch!
Next up, we have a lunch idea sent in by Meg. She is 12 years old and is from Maryland. Now for her main course today, she chose a pig in a blanket. Now I make pigs in the blanket all the time, lots of different ways. But for today, I want to try to make something extra cute. I'm going to test out this Piggy Pop baking pan. Now this is one of those as seen on TV products, so I have no idea if it's gonna work at all. But I'm excited to give it a try. And for the dough part, I'm gonna use some good old crescent rolls. Now, normally I would cut long strips of dough and then wrap the dough around the hot dogs. But for today, I'm trying something different. I'm cutting shorter but wider pieces of dough, and then I'm going to wrap it completely around the hot dog so you can't see the hot dog at all anymore. Then I'm gonna take these little guys and kind of push them down into the pan. When they come out of the oven, they should look like cute, tiny pigs. While those are in the oven, I'll go ahead and prepare the fruit. Now, just like Annabelle, Meg also loves melon. So I have honeydew and cantaloupe and watermelon. I'm adding a big scoop to this lunch. I'm also adding some slices of cucumber, with ranch, of course, to dip in. For her snack today, I'm gonna go ahead and add these cheddar rice crisps. I don't think I've ever added these to a lunch before, but I have tried them and they're really good. Now, like I said, this one is a savory flavored one, but they also make a chocolate one, a caramel one, and a cinnamon one that's really good. So I'll go ahead and stack these neatly into our container. And then I have just a few more things to add. For her treat today, I'm adding a bag of mini Oreos. These are such a classic treat. But wait a minute, you guys, our pigs in the blanket are almost done. I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit of ketchup for the kids to dip in. But it's time to see whether they turned out good or not. Well, this guy kind of looks like a pig, but he also kind of looks scary. I don't know, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. This pan came with a recipe book, and several of the recipes suggested using things like corn muffin batter or even pancake batter, and I think that those might have turned out better. So next time, I'm gonna try those. Okay guys, what do you think of Meg's lunch?
It's really good.
What was your favorite part?
My favorite was the pigs in the blanket, the watermelon.
Jackson?
I really like the pigs in the blanket, the Oreos, and that's all. I really like the pigs in the blanket too, but I also like the cucumbers and the rice cakes that tasted like cheddar.
Wait, what's your favorite, Griffin?
I don't want this.
He doesn't want it. He doesn't like any of it.
See you next week!
If you'd like to see even more fun lunch ideas, you can click on the link up here. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in our next video.